Hey Barbara, just going to start with just making sure we clear some survival patterns. So we'll start that and then we'll get into the goals for this session. Because if the survival stuff is out, it's going to throw everything else out as well. So, okay, I'm now 100% Barbara. I choose to help this body heal at all levels and dimensions. We are only working on things for Barbara that are for her highest purpose of her soul. I choose to heal at the soul's highest purpose. I choose to heal at the soul's highest purpose. Okay, give me a yes, give me a no. We in? Yes, beautiful. Okay, Barbara, so the rose quartz particularly was wanted over the heart chakra today, so that's sort of what we needed to get started. Now let's have a look. So adrenal survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival, celestial circuit. Okay, so funnily enough, we do need to start with a chakra, so let's go in and check out where we need to go. Okay, so we need to connect you to that 13th chakra. So that's the connection to I am. It's the connection to the God energy. It's the connection. So with that one, we need mandible pineal. It's about I am. It's about becoming. It's that connection with the pineal gland. So, but it's also the mandible in the jaw and the pineal gland, which sits in underneath the brain. So it's that little combination. So pineal gland, mandible, and 13th chakra. So where's this combo sitting? Is it in first, second, or third layer of stress? It's in third layer of stress. Okay, so that's chronic fatigue of your connection. Okay, so let's go and have a look. Do we need a ESR oscillation chakra, essence, cranial cheek, tuning fork? So we need a tuning fork combination. So the first one showing up is governing meridian. That one's to do with that masculine doing energy. It's the connection to our unconscious meridian. Okay, and then lung energy is about grief, guilt, regret. So there's sort of a combo there that we need to clear. So governing meridian and lung energy. The combination of those is when there's been stuff in your world, the energy in your world where stuff has felt greedy or being envious of other people. So it's those real lower emotions that just get stuck in our psyche, either from ourselves or from other people around us, or from our beliefs from childhood as well. Beech is the flower essence, BEECH. It's a bark flower. Yeah, right. So it's sort of when there's something going on inside ourselves, so that stuff annoys us. We always like people who are like us. So that's the easiest thing to do. So when people match our beliefs, they match our ego, they match our the way that we run in life, everything's great. As soon as we start to find fault in other people, it's usually because there's something in us that is a challenge. So of course we don't care. Mostly people don't go home and sort of complain about the person they met at the supermarket or complain about the person they met at the beach unless it's just something really little. But this is sort of when it just becomes a little part of our personality that just doesn't serve us. It's sort of like that whole saying, what other people think about me is none of my business. Well, I suppose the other thing is what other people do is none of our business. If it's not hurting me, if it's not hurting my family, if it's not hurting the people I love, it actually doesn't matter. But sometimes because our brain is always trying to put us in a hierarchy of where we sit with survival, our brain wants to look at other people and work out how we're better than them. And it's quite a it's quite a subconscious thing, and it's very specifically part of the periventricular survival system, because we want to know where we sit in society. We want to know where we sit in the hierarchy of people around us. So let's have a look. Okay, we need to do this affirmation 3 times. Okay, as surrogates for the 13th. Right, we're going to use the brow chakra. That one actually feeds into the pineal gland, as well as the base chakra, as surrogates for the 13th chakra, because it's ethereal. It's out there in the ether. Okay, so I need to sort of do the whole lot over the 3 balances. That's fine. Okay. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transform my inability to accept those who differ from me and my finding fault with others into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively accept the differences of others, look for their goodness, and create an environment of trust and well-being. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transcend my annoyance with the habits, gestures and peculiarities of others into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively accept the differences of others, look for their goodness and create an environment of trust and well-being. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively dissolve my inability to accept others who differ from me, my annoyance with the habits, gestures and peculiarities of others, and my finding fault with others into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively accept the differences of others, look for their goodness, and create an environment of trust and well-being. That's a nice way to get started, isn't it? It's just allowing us to be open. So it opens that heart chakra via calming down the stuff in our head that just doesn't leave. And sometimes we need something to calm that down, whether or not, lots of people medicate for that. Lots of people, smoke to get rid of that. It calms down their brain. Lots of people do meditation. Lots of people go for walks in the forest. So whatever it is we can do to calm that negative energy going on in our head is good for us. Okay, so that's taken up from 3rd stage stress, chronic fatigue, back down to 1st stage stress. So that's an awesome shift. Do I need to stack this in again? Yes, I do. So 13th chakra, along with pineal gland and the mandible. Yeah, so there's escape, submission, freeze. The brain wants to run away. So that connection is challenging. When we have that connection, it's like we can connect to something bigger than ourselves, higher than ourselves. And sometimes that's scary. We don't want that input. It's easier to be here on the planet. It's easier to be here in the matrix and just sort of allow ourselves to be in our pain and in our hurt and in our emotions. It's easier sometimes because that's what we know. Right, and there's a little spot on the base of the skull to do with the hippocampus. It's like lack of motivation due to internal negativity. So there's like a pain and punishment point. So just below the xiphoid process, if you just sort of pop your hand there for a moment, just feel into that pain and punishment that your body's been feeling for a long time. And just allow beautiful white and blue healing light to come in through this area. Breathe it into your cells. Breathe it into your soul. Okay, good. Okay, so pineal, jaw, beautiful. Someone's just popped in to pick something up. I'll just be touche.